What's the title project? Speech title.
Oh, living between two worlds.
Living between two worlds. Do you know what the project 6 is about?
Yeah.
What is it?
Vocal variety.
Vocal variety. Anybody needs an explanation? Vocal variety is a project where you try to present with varying your voices. Okay? We'll talk about it in the sessions later, but that's a project she's doing. Go ahead.
At home, I'm a Tamil Catholic, rooted in centuries of prosperous language, tradition, and culture. My family stories, the songs and prayers, the aroma of dosa and sambar sitting on the table waiting to get devoured, all of these connect deeply to my heritage. But outside those doors, I live in America, a land full of opportunities, yet such a different culture. Living between these two worlds has shaped who I am. It's a balancing act, sometimes joyful and sometimes challenging, as I try to honor my roots while fitting into the place I live in. Throughout my journey, I faced many expectations of living in an Indian household, as well as the pressure of fitting into American culture, and the strong personal growth that has developed from learning how to stand proudly in both. Growing up in an Indian household, tradition was embedded into every aspect of life. Whether it was speaking Tamil at home, praying before we went anywhere, or celebrating festivals, always with a side of biryani. My family held tightly to our heritage, reminding us to never let go. These customs taught me family values, respect, and perseverance. One tradition that truly shaped me was visiting elder relatives and receiving blessings from them. We would bend down and touch their feet, and in return they would gently place their hands on our heads and offer valuable pieces of advice, such as study hard, or be obedient, or respect your parents. As a kid, I saw this as a routine, something we were expected to do. But now, I realize how meaningful those blessings were. They held spiritual and emotional weight. They shaped who I am. They made me start to realize that honoring those who came before me is just as important as anything we achieve. But outside that space, life looked very different. At school, the values I grew up with felt out of place. American culture promoted independence and individuality, while my Tamil community promoted family, faith, and togetherness. I felt caught in the middle, trying to honor the respectful person I was raised to be, while fitting into a more freer and casual environment. I'd often laugh off comments to keep the peace, or dodge conversations to avoid explaining traditions that I once saw as important. Packing lunch was another story. I'd often have to tell my mom not to pack certain things due to the smell or how it looked. I remember once bringing dal rice to school and someone questioned me, "Why is your rice yellow?" I snapped my lunchbox shut, too embarrassed to eat. Over time, these moments made me edit parts of myself, as I started to think that bringing Lunchables like everyone else would be easy. But all of this hiding and changing finally hit me, and it brought a question to my mind. Why am I ashamed of something that is a part of me? I recently came across an article stating, "Video of NRI woman allegedly being bullied due to bindi has gone viral." I came to know that a woman in her college had gotten bullied and laughed and mocked at due to wearing a bindi. Even though I don't wear a bindi in school myself, I understood what she meant. We live in a world that says, "Be yourself," but not like that. started to realize how it hit people. But then, after hearing other stories and reflecting upon mine, I realized how I felt the same way. I wanted to become proud, but I held back. But over time, that started to change because now I realize that I don't need to shrink myself to fit in. I can belong as I am. Being an Indian or an American doesn't matter. You can be both at all times. You don't need to change your true identity to fit into somewhere because you can belong as you are. Girl, I hold my culture every day by continuing to speak Tamil at home and respecting the advice and blessings I receive from my elders. This is shaped who I am. I don't need to choose when to be Indian or when to be American because I can stand proudly in both. But this speech isn't just about me. It's about all of us. Whether you're Tamil, Hispanic, Korean, Arab, Indigenous, African, your culture is something you should be proud of. It's not something to hide. It's something you should pass on to future generations with pride, even when it's misunderstood. When you finally stand confidently in your true identity, you make space for others to do the same. That's the kind of world I would love to live in.